Latinos Out Loud podcast. Yeah, that's what Latinos Out Loud.
Yo, LOLeros, do you see how happy I am? I'm going to tell you why. You probably know why. I mean, it's another episode of the Latinos Out Loud podcast for starters, which I love doing this so much. But you know what I love to do even more? Reconnect with old friends. Reconnect with guests that have been on the show already so I can hear about their growth and what they've been accomplishing in these last, in whatever time has elapsed between the last interview and today. And today I'm welcoming a guest who, I'm not going to get emotional, but who is near and dear to my heart because when we spoke last time, he told us many stories about what makes him the man that he is today and family stories and things that have happened to him, what led him to being a successful actor. And it's none other than Ezekiel Pacheco or Ezekiel if you're very American like me. Hey!
Hi, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for having us. I really appreciate this.
It's so good to see you again. It was December 2023, and here we are, October, almost November 2024. And you're here to talk about At the Gates, which we got to talk a little bit about when we met last December. But now I need to catch up with you. I need the tea, the coffee, the yerba mate. I need the Snapple, the Coca-Cola, all the beverages that we could sip on because I need to hear what's been going down with you in the last year. But my first question is, how are you, love?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
You look good. You look great. What's all the masking tape in the back? I love to ask people when we're on Zoom because you were in studio last time, but tell us about I see an award. I see a few awards back there, and I see some names on masking tape and some postcards. Tell us about your surroundings, please. Where are you and what am I looking at?
My room, I got my signed Al Pacino frame and my favorite movie and Robert De Niro, and those are my credits right there that I've gotten so far, and a few of them I need more, and then the award we won at the New York Latino Film Festival, and this little thing my mom gave me a while back.
That is so cute. Look, I have a fake Oscar too, and it's for Best Professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my boyfriend who gave me that award for best college professor, which I will accept. I think I'm a pretty good teacher. But right now, I'm going to play student and I want you to play teacher and tell me what has been going on in the last year since we last spoke.
It's been you caught me right at the beginning of the press we were doing. You were one of the first interviews we had for At the Gates, and it was my first, no, second time in New York, and in that same month though, and I really got to appreciate it. So yeah, the movie finally came out. We had the premiere like a month after that when I came back to LA, and that was a really interesting night, a crazy night. There's like 500 people there at the Grove, and Ed Harris was there, Jaden Smith, Willow Smith, all these important big people were there and showing us love, and got the whole bougie treatment of getting picked up in the Escalade and getting doors open for you and all these beautiful things going on for you, and it was just an amazing night, one of the probably the best night of my life, and I'm very grateful for that. I finally got to came out, and people enjoyed it in the theaters as well, and also now it's out on streaming too. Finally, after a whole year, it got complicated with contracts, but I'm glad it finally came out.
That's what I was going to ask because we were talking about, you starring alongside all these stars and learning from Noah Wiley and the tension and the anxiety and the immigration story. I mean, there was so much to talk about. So, I mean, Hollywood gets complicated. Let's discuss that real quick for LOLeros, for those listening. A movie can be shot in the can, ready to go. Can you tell us a little bit about the challenges that you guys faced with the release of the film?
Yeah, it was honestly kind of disappointing because we got great reviews and great support. People like Inma that are still helping us out today, and Bob Burney, Colin Camp, Jeannie, Bernie, all these people that were helping us out, and it gets so complicated with the contracts, and then I mean, to be honest with you, I was a little disappointed with everything, how it came out, just because, and not to sound like a Debbie Downer, it was just the truth, because all these people put all the support on you and you deliver, but I didn't realize how difficult it is on the business aspect of it all. No matter how great my performance was and how great the reviews were, like, it still matters on how big of a star you are yet. So it kind of puts another chip on my shoulder again, another one. Like, if I need any more to keep proving everyone wrong, and making sure everyone gets their piece of the cake as well. Just because it's just how I feel. Because everyone was kind of like rejecting us because they're like, we don't know if it's gonna make us any money or any of this, and um, we didn't get the same backing as other movies. They only gave us so much, and I'm very grateful for the backing we had, but um, I feel for Augie too, because we wanted so much more opportunity, and we were winning many awards, and Best Picture at Savannah Film Festival, uh,
Right.
New York, and a couple others, and it was great to have that, but you know. You're back to like square one again now. So, and Roku offered us a contract finally after like a year. We were waiting to see who was going to offer something, and it's going to come to Peacock soon. But yeah, that got really complicated, to be honest with you. The
Yeah,
work.
I always think it's, I don't know if fascinating is the right word, but like sometimes the consumer thinks it's so cut and dry, black and white, right? You get cast for a film, which maybe you can give us a refresh on that audition process, because I know that was something special for you, where you were working at the time, which is such an inspirational story. But like sometimes we, the consumer, are like, oh yeah, I mean, you get cast, you shoot it, it's in the can, it gets edited, and then it gets released. It's not so simple. There are contracts, there are legalities, there are distribution rights, there are lots of lawyers involved. So sometimes films will come out years later. But what's important here is that I don't think you lost the momentum, which just shows what a professional you are. And I know this story is close to your heart. Can you give the Eloeleros and me a refresh on the audition process and where you were when you got the call that you got the part?
Yeah, it was during the pandemic. I was working at Amazon at the time, delivering packages, and it was a pretty dark time for me at the time, just because I was going through a lot, and I was waiting for my opportunity for so long, and there was more stuff that was going on at the time. I can't speak on them too much, just because not yet, but you guys will see a lot of the light, a lot of the truth come to light soon, and the whole world's gonna see that. So, um, all the adversity I was enduring at the time, it was really rough for me, and just questioning who I was as an actor and what I was as a man. And yeah, I was just waiting for my opportunity. I kept praying to God that I would get this next opportunity and finally be a lead, because I don't know, I believe in myself a lot, and I believe in myself so much it gets stressful sometimes, because you have the potential to be number one. And I it's all gonna happen soon, but when you have those visions, it's hard not to want it right now. So yeah, I kept praying, and I said I was gonna have a movie by the end of the year. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, and praying and putting God first. And thank God He gave me my movie at the end of the year, and from delivering packages now to delivering great films, and now getting known as an up and coming star. It changed my life honestly a lot. It was a very amazing time for me, but more so just looking when I look back on that time, and I look back on how grateful I was for the strength I absorbed and the adversity I conquered at the time.
That's deep, and adversity. Absolutely. I think that's key and such a motivator. I think also you as a DACA recipient and then the synergy with this film also is just so moving. Can you talk to us a little bit about that and the sentiment and how you pulled from that DACA experience to play the role in At the Gates?
At the time when I met you, I didn't know I was the first ever DACA recipient to ever lead a movie. That's
Wow.
that's never happened, and you get these glimpses of. I mean, we were talking about it last year, but I said I was gonna do things that people haven't done before, and I understand that it comes with a lot of pressure too. But you know, I always want to put my heart on the table, put a rib on the table, and if over the last year, seeing how many people have seen the movie and feel represented by my work, whether they're Latino or not, whether they're Mexican or not, you feel represented by my work because I tell the truth. And that's always been my mission, is to be the most honest artist I can be. At the premiere, everyone was stunned by the work of what I can do, and seeing something different that's not stereotyped or the typical immigrant story. I just know I have something different to show and something to offer that Hollywood hasn't really seen before. And once I get the keys, I know I'll be able to run with that.
I love that. And now, what did you run with as far as becoming Nico in the film? Were there things that you pulled from Ezekiel's actual existence, or was being Nico a full escape for you as an actor? Tell us how you became Nico.
Well, I work with my acting coaches at the Imagine Life Studio, Steve Tidesort, Diana Castle, and Feline England. They've helped me out a lot, as well as Ed Harris, who gave me a lot of advice. If you guys know who Ed Harris is, that's one of the biggest actors of all time, and
Huge. Yeah.
helped me out with the script. And by the time that came, I had been training for so long, so I was ready for the pressure that came with being a lead. And um, I'm very blessed to, yeah, obviously you relate to a lot of the things that you um, go through, because I go through a lot in my personal life, as you know. But Nico's life and my life are some stuff is similar, some isn't, and I want to make sure I have enough empathy for Nico's side, and I fully put my heart into this part of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense a little bit? I and fully commit to that, because there's so many kids that are going to be watching that, and so many kids that have watched that and feel represented by that work because they don't get to see that. um, it's always just for the kids, to feel a little less alone and a little less lost. I hope they get to escape through my work, just the way I put it on screen every time.
It's very inspiring. And I know you're a young, up and coming. Well, I don't know if you're so up and coming after being a leading man, in a leading role in a feature film. But I guess I want to ask young Ezekiel right now, like, no, mentira. I want to ask current day Ezekiel, what are some words of advice that he has for young Ezekiel who, like, is a DACA recipient whose father was held at gunpoint, who witnessed a lot of crime growing up in LA. I know a lot about you, my friend, and I know you've got some answers for a younger you, because younger you is listening to this podcast. Younger you is trying to figure out his or their next move. So, like, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was. It was just last night. I came home. I was a little stressed yesterday because I was going through some stuff yesterday. But I came home and I saw this picture of myself, um, as a kid, and at that time, I said this last year, but I didn't think I was gonna be around at this age. So I'm very grateful that I'm alive, and that part of me is still alive too. And if I could meet me at this age, I think I would think I'm very cool, and I'm grateful for the man I'm becoming. It'd be a surprise. I didn't think I was gonna be here, so I'm just very grateful I'm here and I'm able to keep that part of my heart alive. I don't, and all the kids that look up to me here, I do it for them too, and the impact I have, it's not just for me; it's much bigger than me. Um, I'm very grateful for the man I'm becoming and all the adversity I've endured, because that kid is much stronger than me. I don't know if I can go through that again, but my whole life has been adversity and strength. Sometimes I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Sometimes I get a little envious about people that were born with so many blessings and then get more blessings on top of that. And I've had to start from scratch and build this empire, and wondering when it's gonna pay off completely. I'm very grateful I got my first movie out there and all these things, but all this pressure comes to taking care of my parents and living in a store. Like we're in my room right now, and My life, the acting, the career is rising, but the finances and everything hasn't fully aligned yet. So once it all aligns, I think I'm gonna do something very special. So just staying calm. One of my favorite scriptures is John 13:7. Right now, you may not know what I'm doing, but later you will. I know God has something planned for me, and learning to stay calm during the hard times, and not lose my temper, or get mad at God, or get mad at anybody, but staying calm that this is just part of the season. And even if the season's been going on for 26 years, I've been real blessed to try some fruit over the years. And I know really soon I will have my big dinner with my parents and the people that support me. I know I'm going to be living a beautiful life eventually.
Amen. Thank you for that quick sermon this morning. That is beautiful. I can totally relate to that. It's interesting, Ezequiel, because I just had Ismael Cruz Cordova on the show, and he said something really similar. Like, people think that actors are balling. They get a gig and it's like, balling, like, where we going shopping? Gucci? Like, it does, it's a road, it's a journey. Ismael Cruz Cordova was couch surfing up until he got that gig on Ray Donovan. You would never think that this celebrity who is now in the Lord of the Rings series, you
Yeah.
know, a Latino born in Puerto Rico who immigrated here with a dream wasn't struggling the way he was. Like the consumer again, they don't see that. They see you on screen in at the gates. They
Mhm.
see you on social. I think, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but like platforms like Latinos Out Loud or like any other conduit where your actual stories can be put out there are where the real engagement is. You know what I'm saying? The get to know you, the share your story, because although not every LOLero is an actor, they're all going through their own struggle. I'm going through my own struggle. I need these stories of hope to give me fuel to continue to persevere. Do you feel me on that?
100%. And also thank you for this platform because that interview we did a year ago, um, people really enjoyed that. And I got a lot of feedback on that and how many people related to that. And that's the point of all this. Like, I never did it for fame. I never did it. Obviously, the finances were important to me because of my parents, but the spotlight and everything else that everyone wanted, you guys can have that. I didn't even want it. That followed me. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I want to get so much out of this and just disappear and live freely. I didn't care about that like that. I'm very blessed that I got a gift from God and something that people wish they had their whole lives. And I was born with this gift of being able to act and tell the truth on screen. Um, and like I said, lately there's been more and more kids around the neighborhood that come up to me and they're trying to act or trying to do this just because of me. And um that comes with a lot of pressure too because you're struggling with your own stuff, and then you add more and more pressure on you to try to be the best example you can be. I don't want to let them down. I'm never gonna quit. I'm gonna reach the top even if I'm struggling. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got God with me, so and you can't break that, man. If you got God and or woman, whoever you are, if you got God with you, it's it's inevitable. It's gonna happen eventually.
Cheer.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen again. So talking about Nico real quick, I know we gotta wrap in a few minutes. I don't think I asked you this last time, but like, what are some things that you want the viewer to take away from Nico, from At the Gates overall? What are some key messages that you want people to leave? I know it's gonna be streaming. I would say the movie theater, but their living room or wherever they watch the film. What do you want them to leave with?
I put everything into that, and I hope you guys get to feel represented through the work I did, whether you are Latino or not. You could be from everywhere, and I'll represent you with that. And my people, we get very stereotyped. You know how it is in Hollywood. A lot of time, we're kind of seen as a joke. I'm gonna make sure that changes really, really soon. I'm gonna make sure our people are not seen as a joke. And I did that one time. I'm gonna do it again and again and again. And I need the help from everybody else that wants to do this with me. I want to revolutionize that. I will always put you guys first in that. I will not let us be seen as a joke. Nico is. a kid who has struggled a lot and is very raw and real. And he's like Tupac said, a rose that grew in the concrete. He's a rose that grew in the concrete, and um, just like everybody else, I think you guys will be able to relate to that. So I hope you guys just feel connected and you guys are able to tell your friends. It's streaming on Roku right now. Um, yeah, just God first. I'm gonna do something different.
I love that so much. Okay, like my last question, what's next, baby boy? What
Mm,
you got in the pipeline? What's going on? Give us the teas. I want to sip on some cold tea, hot tea, tepid tea. I don't care what kind of tea it is. Just let's
You guys
sip.
are gonna. There's a new movie coming out called Lone Rider, directed by Adam Jumba. That will be out, I believe, next year. That's gonna be coming really soon. There's another project I just did with produced by the director of Last Black Man in San Francisco. Uh, and there's gonna be a documentary that was filmed around me for like 3 years. That's gonna be coming out really soon, I believe, next year. So there's gonna be a lot of noise coming out soon, and
Uepa.
you guys gonna see me overcome a lot of adversity and get to this point now. So I'm on my way. I'm gonna have my crown soon. We're on our
Yep.
way.
You don't see the crown on your head right now? I see it.
I got
Hello,
it. The
look in the
spotlight's gonna
mirror.
hit me soon. I'm the dark horse in the race.
Yo, I do I have a few more minutes? I don't want to like take up too much of your time here. Can I get personal with you real quick? Shout out to Inma. Like one of the best publicists in the game, y'all, for real. 100, right? Like I can't believe how much she loves her clients and it shows. And she has been looking out for me for a very long time and I appreciate her. I just want to give her her flowers real quick. Let's get personal real quick, okay? We're talking all this business, movie stuff. Great. Okay, wonderful. Um, what do you do for fun? Where do you escape? Do you watch movies? Do you go to the arcade? Do you play miniature golf? I don't know. Do you crochet? What does Ezekiel Pacheco do for fun?
I I go to the gym every day at 5 a.m. and I spend a lot of time with my parents throughout the week. Hanging out with my little brother. I try to hang out with my little brother a lot because I've seen a lot of siblings not have a great relationship with their own family and whatnot. And I try to spend a lot of time with my little brother. Obviously, my best friends are always there for me. I go out. I don't really drink, but I'll go out or I'll go on dates and stuff. But I'm not. I'm trying to stay really focused right now. I'm in class all the time. It's kind of like the same schedule right now, as opposed to just like going out there and getting crazy. Um, but trying to stay really disciplined right now because, like I said, I think my time is coming really soon, and then when that time comes, I want to be ready for that.
That was my next question. Are you single? I hear you're dating.
Uh,
Okay, he's smiling, ladies. He's smiling. What's up?
I'm I don't really talk about that, but I'm enjoying my time right now and trying to be the best man I can be for when that woman and I meet. I'll be the best man for her, you know. So I'll leave it at
I
that.
love that. Good answer. Survey says number one answer. Awesome. Okay. um,
You're
yeah,
funny.
I'm just trying to, cause like we cool now at this point. We cool. I want to get beneath the dermis. I want to get beneath the layers here.
Yeah, love is great when you're in love, and you know.
I am so in love right now. Okay. I am like in love with love, in love with this love. I love anyone who loves. I just love love. Okay. And it's so great, like you said, to have someone who reciprocates, who can be your foundation when yours gets a little weak and unstable. You know, I also call him my he's like a trampoline. Like I fall back and I spring right back up. He's there to catch me, and I've tested him a few times with trust falls, and he catches me. It's great. I can trust fall on this man, and he pushes me like a springboard right back up, and it
Well,
feels so good.
I'm really happy for you, and I'm wishing both of you guys lots of love and much success. And I sending my love to you. You're a great woman, and you deserve that. So I'm really happy for you.
Thank you so much. I would love for you to meet him when you come to New York. We must hang out.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
for
there's
sure.
a premiere or something in New York. He's also a filmmaker. So he gets it, he gets the trials and tribulations and the success rate and how underrepresented we are. He's Latino. I would love for you guys to meet for sure.
Mhm.
Well, my darling, it's so good to catch up with you. Your success also fuels me. I absorb that energy, the vibes. Your goals are also aligned with my goals as well. We are not a joke. We are strong. We are deep. We have spending power. We over index at the movie theater. We have a lot of work to do. So I commend you for all of the work that you're doing. And I just wish you nothing but success. And I can't wait to watch more of it. I've
Yeah.
been watching it, but I'm really, really proud of you. You're doing
So
wonderful.
much. It's so good seeing you again, and thank you again for having us. I really appreciate this, and God bless you. I'll be seeing you really soon. Yeah, thank you again.
Thank you. Tell everybody where they can find the film again. I know it's on Roku, and tell everybody what your social media handles are. We must follow and elevate this man, LOLeros. Go ahead, drop it like it's hot.
Uh, uh, at, at Ezekiel Pacheco underscore is my Instagram, and yeah, at the gates is available on Roku now, and you guys can watch it on Peacock very very soon. I believe in like a month it'll be on Peacock as well.
That is so great. Ezekiel Pacheco, thank you so much for your time. Best
Yeah.
of luck, my friend. Please keep in touch. Can't wait to have you back. So the third time you come on the show, you're gonna get a toaster or something. Cause like the three timers, I mean, I've had a few and I just feel so I feel so great that you keep coming back. So I feel like I gotta give a gift. But all I can afford is a toaster. So I'll get you your toaster through Amazon. I'll send it through Inma. And thank you so much. I'm sending you nothing but love through these Zoom airwaves. Thank you for your
Yeah. I'll
time.
see you soon. Take care. God bless you.
Chia! God bless. Amen. Amen. This has been another episode of Latinos Out Loud with my friend Ezekiel Pacheco. Shout out to him. Go check At the Gates on Roku and soon to be on Peacock. And on that note, we out.
It's the Latinos Out Loud podcast.